Donald John Trump entered the world on June 14, 1946, in the borough of Queens, New York. He was the fourth child of Fred and Mary Trump. The Trumps lived in a Tudor-style home in Jamaica Estates, a relatively affluent neighborhood. Donald grew up surrounded by comfort and privilege. His father, a successful real estate developer, provided well for the family. Even as a young boy, Donald exhibited an energetic and assertive personality. Some described him as a boisterous child, full of life and mischief. He was known for his competitive spirit. He often asserted himself among his siblings and friends. His childhood was comfortable. However, it was not without its challenges. Young Donald struggled to channel his energy effectively. He often clashed with authority figures. His parents, concerned about his behavior, decided to enroll him in a private school. They hoped a stricter environment would instill discipline. This decision would have a profound impact on Donald's formative years. His time at Kew Forest School, however, would be short-lived. Fred Trump was a formidable figure in Donald's life. A self-made real estate mogul, Fred instilled in his son the value of hard work and ambition. He taught him the intricacies of the real estate business. Donald would often accompany his father to construction sites. He observed how his father negotiated deals and managed his properties. Fred's influence on Donald was undeniable. Donald admired his father's business acumen. He also adopted his father's no-nonsense approach to deal-making. However, their relationship was also marked by competition. Fred set high expectations for his children. Donald, eager to prove himself, constantly sought his father's approval. The dynamic between father and son was complex. It was a blend of admiration, rivalry, and a desire to please. This relationship would shape Donald's worldview. It instilled in him a relentless drive to succeed. It also fostered a need for constant validation and a fear of failure. This would become increasingly evident as Donald matured. Donald's early education was marked by a clash between his energetic personality and the confines of the traditional classroom. At Kew Forest School, a private preparatory school in Queens, he excelled in certain subjects. He showed a natural aptitude for showmanship and leadership. However, he chafed under the strict rules and expectations. He often challenged his teachers. His behavior became increasingly disruptive. His parents, concerned about his lack of focus and discipline, made the difficult decision to send him to the New York Military Academy, or NYMA. They hoped the structured environment and rigorous demands of military life would provide the discipline he lacked. This decision came as a shock to young Donald. He was apprehensive about leaving the familiar surroundings of home. He was unsure about entering a world of strict rules and physical challenges. However, little did he know that this experience would prove to be a turning point in his life. NYMA would shape his character in unexpected ways. At the age of 13, Donald entered the regimented world of NYMA. It was a stark contrast to his life in Jamaica Estates. He was stripped of his comfortable life. He had to adapt to a strict daily routine of physical training, drills, and studies. At first, he resisted the rigid structure and discipline. However, he gradually began to thrive in this challenging environment. The Academy's emphasis on competition, leadership, and self-reliance resonated with him. He excelled in activities that required showmanship and charisma. He became a star athlete. He rose to the rank of captain of the school's baseball team. His time at NYMA instilled in him the importance of discipline, perseverance, and projecting an image of strength and authority. These were qualities that would define his leadership style in later years. His experience at the Academy, although challenging, proved to be a crucible where his ambition was forged. He emerged with a newfound sense of purpose. He also developed a strong work ethic that would serve him well in his future endeavors.
He attended Fordham University before transferring to the prestigious Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. In 1968, Donald graduated from Wharton with a degree in economics. He was eager to make his mark on the world, and what better place to do so than the bustling metropolis of Manhattan? New York City, with its towering skyscrapers and cutthroat business world, called to him. Donald had a vision of grandeur, of success on a scale few could imagine, and he was determined to make that vision a reality. Donald's father, Fred Trump, had made a fortune in real estate, building affordable housing in the outer boroughs of New York City. While Donald respected his father's accomplishments, He had his sights set on something grander, something more glamorous. Manhattan, with its luxury apartments and gleaming office towers, was his playground. In 1968, Donald officially joined his father's company, Elizabeth Trump & Son. He quickly learned the ropes of the real estate business, but he wasn't content to simply follow in his father's footsteps. Donald had a bolder, more ambitious approach. He saw potential where others saw obstacles. In 1971, Donald took the reins of the company, renaming it the Trump Organization. It was a sign of things to come, a clear statement that Donald Trump was ready to build his own empire. One of Donald's earliest triumphs was the transformation of the dilapidated Commodore Hotel, located near Grand Central Station, into the luxurious Grand Hyatt Hotel. The project was fraught with challenges, but Donald navigated the complex world of New York City politics and finance with remarkable skill. He secured a 40-year tax abatement from the city, a deal that was unheard of at the time. The Grand Hyatt, which opened its doors in 1980, was an instant success, a testament to Donald's vision and determination. It established him as a major player in the Manhattan real estate market and showcased his knack for turning even the most challenging projects into gold. The experience taught him the art of the deal, the delicate dance of negotiation and compromise that would become his hallmark. If the Grand Hyatt announced Donald's arrival on the Manhattan scene, Trump Tower solidified his status as a real estate titan. This gleaming 58-story skyscraper, located on Fifth Avenue in the heart of Manhattan, was a testament to Donald's ambition and his unwavering belief in his own abilities. The building, clad in bronze-tinted glass and featuring a 6-story atrium with a massive waterfall, was unlike anything New York had ever seen. Trump Tower was more than just a building, it was a statement. It was a symbol of Donald's success, his wealth, and his unyielding drive to be the best. The building housed luxury condominiums, high-end retail stores, and of course Donald's own lavish offices. Trump Tower became synonymous with luxury, exclusivity, and the Trump name itself. Section 5. Expanding the Empire. Trump Tower was just the beginning. Throughout the 1980s, Donald's real estate empire continued to expand at a dizzying pace. He developed luxury residential buildings including Trump Plaza and Trump Park. He ventured into the world of casinos, purchasing a struggling casino in Atlantic City and transforming it into the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino. Donald's ambition knew no bounds. He purchased the iconic Plaza Hotel in Manhattan and acquired the sprawling Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida. He even ventured into the airline industry, purchasing Eastern Airlines Shuttle and renaming it Trump Shuttle. Donald was everywhere. His name splashed across newspapers and magazines. He had become a symbol of the go-go 1980s, an era of excess and opulence. Section 6. The Trump brand, more than bricks and mortar. Donald understood that his name, the Trump brand, was as valuable as any property he owned. He cultivated an image of success, wealth, and extravagance. He wrote a best-selling book, The Art of the Deal, which became a business Bible for aspiring entrepreneurs. He appeared on television shows, gave interviews to countless magazines, and was constantly photographed at high-profile events. Donald was a master of self-promotion. He understood the power of the media and used it to his advantage. He knew how to grab headlines and stay in the public eye. He was brash, he was outspoken, and he was undeniably entertaining. He was a larger-than-life figure who captivated the public's imagination. Section 7. Ivana, a partnership in life and business. In 1977, Donald married Ivana Zelnikova, a Czech-American model and businesswoman. Ivana, with her sharp wit and keen business acumen, became an integral part of Donald's empire. She played a key role in the development of Trump Tower and managed the Trump Castle Casino in Atlantic City. Together, Donald and Ivana were a force to be reckoned with in the world of New York real estate. They were a glamorous couple, constantly in the public eye. Their lavish parties at Trump Tower became legendary. They had 3 children together, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. Ivana was more than just Donald's wife, she was his confidant, his advisor, and a key player in his business empire. Section 8. The Making of a Celebrity. By the late 1980s, Donald Trump was more than just a successful businessman. He was a bona fide celebrity. His name was synonymous with wealth, success, and a certain brand of New York City glamour. He was a fixture in the gossip columns, a frequent guest on talk shows, and his personal life was constant fodder for the tabloids. Donald seemed to relish the attention. He understood the power of celebrity and used it to his advantage. He cultivated relationships with politicians, athletes, and entertainers. He was a master of self-promotion, always eager to put himself in the spotlight. He was a showman, and the world was his stage. Section 9. Poised for Greatness, the Threshold of 40. As Donald Trump approached the age of 40, he had already accomplished more than most people could dream of in a lifetime. He had built a real estate empire, amassed a fortune, and become a household name. He was a symbol of success, a self-made man who embodied the American dream. But Donald Trump was far from finished. He had his sights set on even greater things. He was restless, ambitious, and always looking for the next challenge. He had a taste of success and he craved more. The world watched with a mix of awe and apprehension as Donald Trump, the brash billionaire from Queens, stood on the cusp of greatness, ready to conquer new heights.